Really, I wanted to show y'all that I'm also going to be taking this piece of driftwood out from this back corner and putting the bio rings and some of the bio balls in that corner so they can start growing beneficial bacteria. Now the wood's gone and there's the bio rings and bio balls. And this will help them grow beneficial bacteria. They'll be in there for about a month and help us get the 75 going quickly. Okay, so here's the plan. We're gonna get all the hardware out of this tank. And it'll be plant only. It'll be officially be a grow out tank while we await the start of the 75. Here it is with all the hardscape out. New plants are in. The Amazon sword back there looks great. I put a root tab under it. The Hygrophilia all looks healthy, but it was bent in half in the bag. So hopefully it starts to grow towards the lights. This is the Ludwigia Mini, and it looks awful. The Scarlet Temple right here, it also is bent up, but for the most part, it looks pretty healthy. Hopefully that one will straighten up and grow towards the lights as well. As you can see, we got a full tank. It's a fully grow out tank. Penny's trying to hunt the fish. So one of the things we have to do is waterlog our wood. There's a bunch of different ways you can do this. A lot of people like to boil it. I'm just gonna toss it in this ice chest and fill it with water. Besides sinking the wood, one of the reasons you want to soak it is it will leach out a lot of these tannins, which will make your water kind of a tea color. If you want clear water, you want to try and get those tannins out. The next step is painting the back. I got it taped up, got some spray paint. It's gotten 2 coats already. Looks like I need to go thicker in some spots. So it's time to wash the sand. I started doing it like I did my gravel, where I just put the hose in the bucket, but I was, you can see, losing sand as it was being stirred up. So I decided to do a method that Corey from Aquarium Co-op mentioned, where you just get a scoop full of sand. I just had to use 2 hands to get a big scoop, kind of rinse it off and then put it in the next bucket. This is about half of that bag, and I got a whole nother bag over there. So we're gonna go with this method, try and lose less sand. Next step is pulling all the plants out. I'm gonna fill up a bucket with water, get those in there. I have a smaller container for the smaller plants like the dwarf hairgrass so they don't get lost or damaged. And then I will take the gravel that's at the bottom and put them in mesh bags for the height in the back of the 75. Plants are out. Start scooping up the gravel. Also, we'll put that stuff in the filter right now so I can get that bag back. It's coming along nice. The plan is to fill these bags with that gravel and then move it on over to the 75. Here are the gravel bags set up. You see, all it's meant to do is give just a little bit of height to the back. Here, what I'm gonna do is, I got this little sewing kit. I got some black yarn, some scissors. I'm going to attach the moss to the limbs using the thread. I'll wrap it around it to hold it tight, and we'll get the moss along the branches. Here's the finished product. See, we got moss attached to all the branches, and that'll grow out and look great in a few weeks. Now we prepare for the sand. I'm gonna put the root tabs along, definitely congregated along the gravel packs, but also maybe a few in the foreground as well. So here the root tabs are evenly spaced out along the bags. We did not have enough for the foreground, but that's okay because the vast majority of the plants are going to need to be in the back. We also put a couple extra in this corner because we know that's where the Amazon sword's going to go, and Amazon sword's a heavy root feeder. We got 100 pounds of black sand. We're going to start filling in. We're going to use this bowl, and we're going to pour it in the back, and we can sweep it forward. That way the height is in the back. Sand is in. As you can see, from the front it doesn't look too bad. When you look to the side, the back is a lot deeper than the front, and that's what we want. Next, we add our hardscape, and we're gonna go ahead and build that wood structure we talked about in the previous video over here, and that cave, we'll try to go back there. We gotta make sure we leave room in the back for stem plants, and over here for the Amazon sword. Wood structure is done, and I am definitely pleased with it. It gives us lots of little caved and hidey holes. I think the rams and the crawfish are really gonna like that. Here it is with the cave. I don't know that I love how the cave came out as much, but I think it's the best I can do for now. I can always move it around once fish get in if I don't like it. Let's get to planting. Filled the tank up with water. Now we're about to start planting. The plan will be to take the plants out of here, stage them here, trim the roots. You want to trim the roots because it's hard to plant if they have roots hanging off. Take the tweezers and place it where we want it in the tank. So it's been about 24 hours since it's been set up. Here's the finished product. I did put some fish in here to try and start getting it cycling. One mistake that I made is I thought that with the gravel and the plants and having the bio rings and bio balls all in the 29 gallon for several weeks, I thought I'd have enough bacteria where this would pretty much be cycled and we wouldn't see any ammonia, but I am seeing ammonia, so it'll be a little bit before the rams can get in here. So doing it from left to right, over here we have some Ludwigia broadleaf, that's Nubius gold coin. And down there we have some crypt parva. We generally just try to make a cave, which as you can see it has an exit over there and an exit over there. I didn't really like the way it looked, but once I put the Anubias barteri right on top of it, it all came to life and it looks great now. The Amazon sword's back there. It'll grow big and tall behind that structure. The Bacopa carolinea along the back, that's what I had the most of, so that filled in my middle section. I had the lace java fern at the base of this tree with the moss connected. There's an Anubias Nana Petite. Over here we have the wood structure that I talked about, planted around. We have some more Ludwigia broadleaf. One thing that MD says is that if you have something on one side of your tank, you should have, even if it's just a little bit, the same on the other side of your tank. And we did that for the most part. Here's some more Nubius gold coin. Some more Nubius Nana Petite. Back there's the hygro, the willow hygro. And that is the scarlet temple. Hopefully that recovers. Right there is the crypt parva. I'm sorry, that's the crypt lucent. And so that's why I have the crypt lucent over here and the crypt parva over here. So that's kind of my balancing act there. As far as the fish to cycle it, I got 3 cory cats in here. I've got the peacock gudgeon in here. I didn't really plan on putting them over here, but the rams were picking on them, so I thought they had a better shot of living in here than they did in a bear tank with the rams. And then back here is the Endler live bears. I got 3 of them. So far everybody's doing good. I also have about 30 shrimp that I transferred over. The shrimp are the only thing that have had kind of a rough transition. I found about 3 or 4 of them dead, but the majority of them seem like they're doing good. I got a really good picture of my rams and wanted to share it with you guys.
A beta fish and Endler live bears.
We can do endlers, but we're not adding the beta fish. Cameron, do you like the fish?
I like that fish.
You do? They're pretty?
Yes.
And you like seeing them swim? You like to feed the fish, huh?
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say about the fish?
So far the tank is doing good, and I love our fish.